What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Morning Scroll. Now, the first thing, gotta address the elephant in the room. Yes, this desk and setup is a little bit different because I used to shoot on that desk back there somewhere. Now I've decided that it's probably a bit more efficient to my YouTube and video making career to have a desk that I don't have to tear down and set up before and after every single video. So, with that being said, welcome to Morning Scroll. For those of you new to the channel, and even for those of you old to the channel, I have been streaming every day on Twitch. Saturday through Sunday, Sunday through Saturday, 7 days. I've been streaming every day. So if you're not already subscribed, you should head over there because every stream I do a segment called Stream Discussion, where it's a lot like Morning Scroll, but it's a little bit more in depth because I actually have a conversation with the chat. So if you like this content and want to see more of it, or even want to get involved in some of the action, head over to Twitch/KingPixMedia and let's talk. Today, I was scrolling on X, as I often do, as most of us do, and I found some posts that were interesting. So we've all been kind of kept up to speed on this 24-hour newsreel of the whole Charlie Kirk assassination. We've seen Jimmy Kimmel, that whole debacle. But there's a common theme that I've seen between that and a lot of other things, much like how Antifa has been designated as a domestic terrorist organization. And a common theme among all of those things that we've been seeing every single day on our newsreel is free speech. Free speech has been the topic of conversation. Is free speech under attack? Well, the short answer is yes. But then again, the long answer is also yes. Free speech is under attack. But that's nothing new. We know that it's always been under attack. Or at least, you know what? I can only testify to the last 20 years, because, well, 22 years that I've been an adult. Shout out to everyone in their 40s. So I have some videos, some bookmarks from X that we're going to take a look at and we're going to talk about.
Okay, what was it?
Sorry, I don't like the camera. You can have a body cam. I can exhibit that to you. I just don't like the camera, really.
Okay, well, I'm doing this because this is my own house and I am telling you why I'm doing it. So I just need to know why would she's basically viewed a post which is not an arrestable offence.
Viewed an
Yeah.
offence, that's been
Okay.
happened in May, and you're completely fine. The only thing is
Yeah.
that we need to seize the phone at this current moment.
Yeah.
Seize the phone.
Seized from us, otherwise we will escalate this further. So
But with a voluntary interview.
So have you seized anyone else? Is she the only child you're
with the
picking on?
voluntary interview, you'd be able to come
Have
in
you
with your
spoken
daughter
to anyone
and a
else?
solicitor.
No.
All right. So I don't know what the laws are pertaining to viewing or sharing a post in the UK, but if there's no warrant in hand, I mean, I'm sorry. Our phone was out on loan. There was a homeless man during that time in question that was using that phone. You might want to look for him. His name is Jim, James, John, something like that. But it wasn't us. Oh, well, we need to seize the phone. Sorry. Not going to be able to let you do that. Not going to be able to let you do that. This is crazy. This is crazy. And we know the UK's kind of been getting like this for a little while now, but this is absolutely insane. If someone comes to my house, granted, I live in the United States. If someone comes to my house and says, hey, we need to seize your child's phone, well, you're going to need a search warrant. You're absolutely going to need a search warrant. And me, being the law-abiding citizen that I am, if you have a search warrant and it's signed by a judge and or a magistrate and it's got the phone listed, please wait here. I will get the phone for you. I will get the phone for you. But outside of that, you're not just going to show up and take my kid's phone. Or my phone, because that would be a nightmare. It wouldn't be a nightmare. It would be bad because I wouldn't have my phone. Okay, get your minds out of the gutter.
We'll come to the station now.
Do you mind letting her finish her sentence?
Yeah.
It does have to get further escalation, unfortunately.
That's fine. We'll come to the station now.
The phone is seized right now, and we're not able to basically get the phone. We have to escalate this further,
Yeah.
which means your daughter will get arrested.
We'll have to escalate this further. We'll have to escalate this further. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that one bit.
What?
And then-
Viewing a social media post? Is
I
that...
need to go with
Yeah.
that in order to...
No, absolutely not.
What can we do to
No.
prevent destruction of evidence?
I'm sorry.
And now they've entered her home.
That's fine. I would like you to leave now. I'd like you to leave.
This is why you're
Okay. I have nothing more to say to you.
I'm here for.
A social media post. I've got.
This screams we're just following orders. And I don't like it one bit. And neither should you. What are your thoughts about this? Drop a comment below. Let's see what else we've got saved in here. PETA UK. If you wouldn't give your kid a cigarette, you shouldn't give them meat. You know, as a Bible-believing Christian, God came to Peter in a dream with a sheet of animals. And God's word to Peter with this sheet of animals was, go, kill, and eat. God didn't have a sheet of Newports. He didn't have a 20-pack of Newports or a bunch of Lucy's hanging out in a sheet and say, hey, go burn one or don't burn one. How, you know what? If I have to, I hate the phrase, make it make sense. I hate that phrase. If I have to use that phrase and make something make sense, that means that it just doesn't make sense. You can't make something make sense that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Cigarettes, red meat. It's not the same. It's two different things. You got fiberglass, formaldehyde, and other chemicals, and God knows what. And then you have good old grass-fed American Wagyu over here. My kids eat red meat. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, we got, you know, shout out to Mr. Guns and Gear. I've followed him for a long time, and he follows me, and he always posts stuff like this. And I think in his mind, he knows that it gets me fired up. He knows that it gets me fired up. So let's take a look and see what has Mr. Guns and Gear done today to get Kingsley Aloysius Pinderhughes III fired up.
Oh, I gotta get lower.
What is going on here?
So much strength, but I stayed up with it. That's the point, right?
I'm not addressing that. I'm not addressing that at all. This is how you train to go against the feds. This is how you train to fight back in protest, but also obstructing the law, obstructing federal law enforcement. Now, it's a very thin line because do I always agree with federal law enforcement? I'm not going to answer that. Do I always agree with the protesters? I'm also not going to answer that. But this is stupid. This is stupid. I condemn this 100%. 100% I condemn this. We've got more from ICE. Wow. Pepper balls from the roof. So at this point, everyone here is obstructing federal law enforcement. And the threshold for obstruction, well, I'm assuming we're about to see. We're about to see the threshold for obstruction of federal law enforcement. Gotta sweep the legs. Gotta sweep the legs. Oh, jeez. I'm no expert. Neither side looks prepared here. Neither side looks like they are prepared for what is happening. And I'm not going to lie. It's kind of sad to watch. It's kind of sad to watch. Don't these people have jobs? Not the feds, the protesters. Some of them have gas masks. Some of them have ear pro. Some of them don't have either. It's a mess. So all of these protests, I mean, they have one thing in common. Obviously, there's a large number of people that are protesting ICE, which it is what it is. There's always going to be a large number of people protesting anything because there are people that don't like this administration, this presidential administration. They don't like the previous presidential administration. Matter of fact, we can go back 20 years. They don't like any of the presidential administrations. But something like this is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. And you might ask yourself, how can it get more ridiculous than what we just watched? Well, I'm going to tell you now, it absolutely does get far more ridiculous than what we just watched. And you're about to find out why.
Why can't I exist as my true self right now?
That's how you true self, that's why.
This. You don't think this is my true self?
What? Okay.
It's your true self, you ignorant piece of shit. Is your true self being a little.
Why are they always so angry? They are always so angry. Sir, chill. Relax. Settle down. Your heart can't take this. Guaranteed. I'm looking at this guy. Heart disease is real.
Who's shorter and feel insecure about how they are? What? Oh, you don't like coming into people's spaces and getting them uncomfortable for being their true selves? You don't like when people do that to you? Then learn and do that somewhere else and stop coming here, you piece of shit!
I love you. I love you.
I'm not a man, and you don't love me! If you loved me, you would put this sign down.
This young man's father has failed him, and that's sad. That is sad. Furthermore, this is not the kind of person that I would expect to body shame someone they disagree with. I've been called short many times. I am the average height American male. Okay? Don't believe me? I've got pictures. We're not going to discuss my height here. I'm not going to get body shamed in the comments. This is insane. This is insane. This is out in public too. My kids could easily witness something like this. Thank God we live in the middle of nowhere and we haven't witnessed anything like this, but geez. We'll do one more for the sake of time, but I got to get out of here because this is just absolutely sad to watch. A lot of this stuff, I'm not going to lie, it's very sad to watch. And I haven't even, well, you get it. You get it. If you like this content and you want to see more, you got to head over to Twitch because I stream every single day. I know I already said that, but we got to bump these numbers up. I'm at 833 followers on Twitch. The goal is 1,000. The goal is 1,000. I'm just going to keep it real. And once I hit 1,000, I'm going to move the goalpost because that's social media. That's what we do. Twitch is what helps me create all of this and to create more content. But that's enough about that. Let's see what else we got going on X today.
No, in jidadkeennii aan wada dhisano. Anigu waan ahay gabar Mareykanka laga doortay oo Kongresska Mareykanka ku jirto. Laakiin waxaan ahay gabar Soomaaliyeed, gabar idinku jinsi ah, gabar idinku af ah, gabar idinku diin ah, oo hadde qof
taken from her country. Taken. You can always go back. Now, if you'd like to stay in the U.S., I always encourage anybody who wants to migrate to the U.S., if you'd like to do that, do that. But if you're telling people as a sitting member of Congress that you've been taken from your country, I don't know how to help you.
iyadoo da'yar wadankeedii laga kaxeeyay wili xiise u qabto in ma
And there you have it. Wishes to live there. You wish you've been taken from your country and you wish to live there. You can do that. You can do that. You can literally go back and live there.
in wadankeedii ay ku noolaato oo dadkeedii wax ay la wadaagto. Marka alxamdulillah waxaan rajaynayaa aniga iyo ilmahayga in aan hadde ku barbaariyo iyagana ilmahooda ay ku barbaariyaan dhulkii aniga.
All right, so at this point, you're in full support of another nation as a sitting member of Congress. Could that be an issue? Yes, it could be. Could it also not? Well, it could be. It is. It is.
Aan ku soo koray taasna haddii ay suurtagelayso waa hadda shaqo badan inaan wada qabanaa hadduu ilaahay yidhaahdo oo aan ka dhignaa dhulkeenna dhul
Our land. Sitting member of U.S. Congress describing a foreign nation as our land. What is going on? How do...
barwaaqadiisa dadka oo dhan ay dareemi karaan oo ay arki karaan oo ay ka wada faa'iidaysan karaan.
I don't know. I don't know. Is what I'm saying, is this xenophobia? Is that what this is? Or is this pointing out that there's a sitting member of U.S. Congress who has, by their own admission, prioritized a foreign nation? Could you be a sitting member of government in Somalia? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Well, that's all we've got for today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. It's so weird saying that because I watch YouTube all day long and I see it and hear it all day long, but now I'm the one saying it. We need to run these subs up. I'm doing really well. Got 153K on TikTok. Phenomenal. I got 95K or just under 95K on Instagram. Also phenomenal. We're looking at 12K on X. Make sure you're followed on X. But I'm at about 7,000 on YouTube. Head over to YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Head over to kingpixmedia.com. Click the merch drop down. I got all kind of goodies there. Can't say it because of YouTube terms of service, but maybe if you join me in Twitch, you can see some of the things that I have in my merch drop down. I think that's it. All right, folks. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.